Well, hello there and welcome back to my channel, or of course welcome to my channel if you're new. If you are new, then hello and lovely to meet you. My name is Alex, and if you are new here, make sure you stick around and subscribe. If you're not new and you've been here for a while, then why not make sure the notification bell is switched on just so you're notified of every single time that I upload. Now for today's video, I have a super exciting one because we are going to be doing a review on the new Beauty Bay palette. Of course, I'm talking about the brand new Love Notes eyeshadow palette. I must admit, when I first saw this, I did think, definitely not what I was expecting. Me and my patrons are saying we expected something a bit more like pinky, orangey, purpley, whereas this has like purples and neutrals, but like half the palette is super light. I'm not really too sure. We'll have to see what we think when we actually put it on our eyes. But this is the packaging for the palette, and as normal, these palettes retail for £15 each. I just had to get this one. I have every single one of these, all the £20 eyeshadow palettes that they do, and even though this wasn't exactly what I was expecting, I still had to buy it. So this is the packaging for the palette. They've gone a little bit different. It's super pretty and lilac. And then for the colour story, this is what it looks like. Can you see where like half the palette is like so light and pale? I do feel like people with a deeper skin tone are just going to struggle trying to use as many shades in this palette. There are obviously a couple of like deep tones in here, but let's be real, the majority of this palette is super pale. The shimmers in here look absolutely stunning, and from past experience of using these palettes, I know the shimmers are gonna be amazing. So that's what the palette looks like. Let's get on into the swatches. So I've just primed my eyes, of course, using the Beauty Bay eye base. We're going to start off with the dark shades and go into the light. So I'm going to take this dark purple here, which is called Glove, and I'm going to place that on my outer corners. See, now my issue is there's not a shade that's kind of like in between this and the lightest purples. Like over here we have like a few light purples, but that contrast though, it's just it's too much. Like we needed an in-between shade. The best I'm gonna have to do is take the shade which is called Lilac down here and use that to blend above my where I put this purple and towards the front of my lid. Do you know what? That's actually a really lovely pastel purple. Like, it's super pigmented. This is why I love Beauty Bay shadow palettes, because they're so affordable, but the quality is amazing. Then I'm gonna grab Lavender, which is this light pastel purple, even paler than the last shade. And we're gonna blend that at the very top. I'm just going to grab a tiny little bit of Flush, this shade here, which is like a very pastely corally shade, and I'm just going to buff that right at the top. You probably won't even see it, but I'm just going to place a little bit at the very top. Okay, I'm just going to go back through all of these matte shades I've just put on my lid, make it look a bit more seamless, and bring that dark purple up a little bit just to create some more depth, and then I'll be right back. Okay, I've gone back through them. I did just intensify the dark purple on the outer edges, and to be honest, that was about it really. I didn't really need much blending because, to be honest, all the pastel shades just like merged together anyway. But these are all the matte shades on my lid. I think I am just going to add, just for the sake of using another shade, I'm going to use Mahogany, which is this brownie purple here. I'm just going to add an absolute dab of that in my outer corner, just to make that extra dark. Okay, now for the fun part, I'm going to put a shimmer all over the front of my lid, like in this negative space here. I'm going to do like a soft cut crease kind of look. Now my thing is do I go for a purpley shimmer or do I go for a neutrally one? Do you know what? I think I'm going to have to go for this shade because it's called Princess. I'm going to take this lilac-y shimmer here. All the shimmers in here are, I'm sorry, they're just absolutely incredible. And I know that they're going to be unreal. Oh, come on, that is absolutely gorgeous. I actually really like how soft this look is. It's not too intense, and I genuinely think I'm going to wear this out for a meal I'm going to tonight. And then just because, you know, I'm extra, I'm going to take another shimmer. This one is called Spark. It's the more purpley one. That previous one had a bit of like blue tinge to it. So I'm going to take this one and I'm just going to blend it on the very edges. Oh my god, get off my eye. Please don't go down my cheek. And that's just going to help blend it in a little bit better to that outer purple. I have no fallout like under my eyes here. I have a little bit here, but I think that was my fault with the brush. But actual crumbly fallout, I have 0, and I've used like 2 shimmers so far. Okay, so for my lower lash line, I'm going to take the shade Ruby, which is this reddy purple. Very nice. Oh my god, it's so pigmented. My lower lash line looks so bold right now, almost too bold because the lid is actually really soft. And then for my inner corner and brow bone, I'm going to take this gold up here, which is called Chandelier. Okay, so this is my completed look. Oh my god, my phone's my way again. What is wrong with me? There we go. So this is my eye look. I do feel like the plum shade on my lower lash line is maybe a bit much, but I know now for next time when I do like a soft look like this to not go so heavy on the lower lash line. But overall, I'm really happy with the pigmentation and the look is super cute. So I am now going to hop off camera. I'm just going to pop some mascara on because I'm heading out. So I'm just going to make it easy for me. Stick some mascara on and then I'll be right back with my final thoughts. Okay, so this is my completed look. I did already have my lipstick on, which is MAC Velvet Teddy. And then my mascara is the Maybelline Curl Bounce. I have been absolutely loving this recently. I tested it on my TikTok and I've been using it a lot in my videos and in my like personal time. So yeah, I really love that mascara. So this is my completed look. What do you think? I'm really happy with it. I just wish I went a little bit lighter on the lower lash line. Do you know what I mean? I just feel like it's a bit too much. But yeah, I know for next time not to go so heavy with such a soft look like that. But overall, I do love the like top half of my lids. Like I love the whole really easy, simple, kind of little bit smoky purple I have done with the beautiful purple shimmer over the lids. The eyeshadow palette itself, I love the packaging of this, and the colour story, it's definitely not my favourite by Beauty Bay. They have done tons of palettes in the past that I absolutely love. Book of Magic will always be my favourite. That has purples and blues in it. But this one is just not... This is probably my least favourite one that they've done, to be honest with you. They did New Romantic this time last year, which is like a full-on pink palette, and I loved that. And for Valentine's Day this year, I just expected something still a bit more pinky, purpley, orangey, like kind of like sunset-y vibes, but a bit more pinky, rather than the sunset palette they did before, if you know what I mean. This just isn't it. Like, don't get me wrong, there's shades in here that are beautiful, the shimmers are stunning, but I mean, so many of these shades are just so pointless. Like they just all look the same. I don't think people with deeper skin tones are going to be able to use like half this palette. The bottom half of it I think is actually really pretty, and then obviously we've got a dark brown here, but the top half, like mattes, I'm just a bit like meh. Not really anything too exciting. So unfortunately this is my least favourite palette that Beauty Bay have done, and they have done amazing palettes. All the rest of them have been incredible. So to say this is my least favourite, you know, that is saying something, because this is still really pretty. It's just not my personal favourite colour story. I would love to know your opinion on that actually. When you saw this, did you expect this colour story, or was it totally different to what you thought? I would just let me know down below, because I'm genuinely intrigued. The best part about this palette is the shimmers. I love the shimmers in Beauty Bay palettes. They are incredible. They're so pigmented, and the fact that this palette is only £15, honestly, the amount you pay for Beauty Bay palettes and they're just such good quality is insane. I don't know how they only charge £15 for that. I would pay 20, 25 for it, because the quality is that good. So I think that just about rounds up my thoughts and opinions on the new Beauty Bay Love Notes palette. I would love to know what you think down below. Please leave your opinions down below in the comments. I would love to know. And of course, if you haven't already, please subscribe down below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.